I kind of got a head start on my wishlist plants. I'm excited to show you. In December of last year, 2024, I went on a plant no-buy. And you know what? Doing that gave me a lot of time to think about what I want to see moving forward in my plant collection. I had just been on a huge Hoya craze. I was just getting all the Hoya, and I was ready to not only help these Hoya that I got thrive, but I was ready to dip my toes in some other genuses. So I don't have an official wish list, like a really long wish list. I don't, and that's why I didn't release a wish list video. But I do have a few plants and a few genuses that I sort of want to start dipping my toes into. Moving forward, I realized that I want to see more velvet leafed plants. I also decided that I want to get more into Anthurium. I go in a little bit more detail in my Patreon video on my goals for the year. Included on that list are some of my wish list plants or my wish list genuses, and I was able to get this month a few of the plants that were on my wish list. If you're new, hi, my name is Stephanie. And I love talking about my houseplants, especially I like to focus on how I care for my plant collection on a budget. One of the plants on my wish list is actually an Anthurium Lux, like a Luxurians, and that's a gorgeous plant. I just love the deep dark leaves with the uneven texture on it. That's beautiful. Cross Anthuriums are not only cheaper, but they're actually easier to care for than ones that are not. So I decided to get a little taste of the Luxurians in this plant. So next to me, I've got an Anthurium Luxurians crossed with a dark crystallinum, and I am super duper excited about this plant. Obviously, that's why I got it, but this plant is a great size. So I'm excited not to have tiny little seedlings. I mean, I've gotten tiny seedlings before and I have nothing against it, but it's even more exciting when you sort of have it a little bit past that baby stage where you can start to see characteristics of the mother plants. I'll put up a picture of what a Luxurians looks like and what a dark crystallinum looks like. So I'm hoping that the combination of the excessive dark, like all the dark, I can already see the luxuriant parts of this plant, the luxuriant characteristics, the little uneven texture to the leaves. And I just want to talk about the bright pink petiole here. That is gorgeous. I really like that bright pink look. And it seems to have a new leaf already starting to form, just, starting to peek its head just a little bit there, just starting to create a little bump. And I'm excited about that. I do not have a lot of experience with Anthuriums. I just got my first Anthurium in November, so 2 months ago. The first one I got was an Anthurium Wendlingeri or Wendlingeri and a Queen Anthurium. You know what they say, you should never start with a queen. But I did, I went there. But this is one of the third and fourth, another one to show you soon, Anthurium to enter my collection. So I am super duper excited, and I look forward to growing it nicely. I think this one is the newest leaf. When I got it, it was growing in, or it still is, growing in sphagnum moss and perlite. It has a little bit of a reservoir at the bottom with some leca balls down there. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had it since, I think since Sunday. Today is Thursday, and this thing dries out super fast. I'm going to have to repot this soon, which was, part of what I do in terms of caring for my plants when they enter my collection. I like to repot them, not because I'm just super excited and my hands are itchy, but it's because I try to reduce pests. But if it's a rare plant or if it's a hard to find plant, I usually will delay it a little bit, but I will repot it soon because this needs to be watered every 2 days. I realized that, and I texted the grower and I asked her, do you find that this dries out quickly? She's like, yeah. So I'm definitely going to put this into a self-watering pot. And I have a plant chores video that's going to come up soon. So if not after this video, a little bit after that. So you can look out for this one where I'll just be taking this out from here and putting it in a new substrate. Such a cute little thing. So fun fact, this is my second time filming this video. The first time filmed beautifully. without any audio. So as I share the plants with you here, I will be inputting clips. See, I'll just insert it as B-roll. That way you can get some glimpses of these plants when they were in the original nursery pots, just so that I can have the satisfaction of seeing the development and the growth months into the future. The next plant we'll talk about is one that you've seen in my philodendron collection video. I decided this year I really want to get into trailing plants, especially after making that trailing plants video. I know it also looks really good when it's sun stressed, like the little bit of red on the leaves can look nice. I think I just like the dark green. I think the dark green is very attractive to me, and I hope to have like a beautiful, deep, dark cascading version of this plant in sort of a low lightish corner of my planty space. So that's the goal, and I've repotted it since you've seen it, and that repotting video is coming soon. So it's already been recorded. A lot of the plants that you'll see today were repotted because I filmed that original video and then I repotted them right after. So you're getting a little bit of a glimpse into what they look like now they've been repotted, but you may want to check out that video to see what their roots look like when I took them out and what substrate I put them in. So I think you'd find that interesting. Check out that video that's going to come out soon on the channel. But I think it's a cute little plant, and I'm a little late to the bus of the Micans, the bus of the Micans. But you know what? I like to wait. I don't like just jumping on a train just because it's what's trending. I like to fall in love with something first and then desire it and then acquire it. And then that feeling, that's what I want. That's what I like about collecting houseplants. Not just give me everything, but I want to want it and then have the joy of acquiring it. I think that's so much more special. And that's why my wish list isn't extremely long, because I like to be very thoughtful about the plants that I want to introduce into my collection. But yeah, that's the Micans, and I'm super excited. And again, if you've got tips for me, please leave them for all of us down below. Thank you in advance, and also thank you to all the ones who've already put tips in the other video. Thanks. So that's the Micans. So the next plant, another wishlist plant, is one that when I saw it in whose video? I think it was in You Don't Even Grow Hair. In her favorite Anthurium video, it was the last plant in that video. And I remember when I saw it, I was like, okay. It's the Anthurium Queen of Hearts. And it's just so funny how when something catches your eye, like you buy a new car or you buy something new, and then all of a sudden you notice everyone who has one of it, you spot every single one that crosses your path, and before you never did, and now all of a sudden you do. That's me and the Anthurium Queen of Hearts. But I don't find many people have this plant in their collection. I see it sprinkled here and there, but it's not very popular, and I like that. That makes me like it even more. What do I like about the Queen of Hearts, apart from it being not an extremely popular plant? I really like how the new leaves are super dark. The new leaves, I will show you what I'm looking at. I am in love with how dark the new leaves are. Like, they are super duper dark, like black. They look black, and they have just a little bit of texture to it. It looks like texture. Could it be veining? I guess I should just go look at my actual plant, but like the new leaves are super shiny and super dark. And I imagine that as they grow and they become more and more mature, they look even more shiny. And I just hope that mine could look this way. And yeah, so I reported it yesterday, and you got glimpses of it, of what it looked like before I reported it, when it was in the nursery pot. And let me show you what it looks like in its new little setup. So this is what it looks like today. I mean, you would have just seen clips of what it looked like a few days ago or recently before I repotted it. And I guess you're going to see it in just a little bit of different lighting. I don't know, although that day was a little bit brighter, I guess. But this is the newest leaf that it came with. So I got this, I think maybe 3 or 4 days ago, 4 days ago actually. And yeah, it was on my wish list, and when I was out of town, the nursery that I go to a lot, Hemans, they posted that they just restocked their rare cabinet and that the Queen of Hearts was one of them. And I was like, I'm literally in this store once a week. And the weekend that I'm out of town is when they decide to get a plant that's on my wish list. I ran. When I got back in town, I ran. And when I went there, it's so funny. The staff were like, there was actually one person who was waiting when they, like, right at opening time, waiting outside to get one. And they're like, I'm here for a Queen of Hearts. I knew how that person felt because I got there ASAP to get one. And my new leaf on this one, it's not as dark as the ones online, but like I said, I'm hoping that as it matures, I can get these beautiful dark leaves. And inside of there, it looks like there are 3 plants in here. This is all I will say. So it looks as if there are 3 plants, and that's what I got. That's why I got it. You'll see it a little bit better sort of in that repotting video. I'll see if I can get really up close, but there are 3 different growth points in here, which is what I'm trying to say. So I'm hoping that I can eventually get multiple new leaves at the same time. Well, not exactly at the same time, but what I mean is that I don't have to just wait on one plant to give me new leaves. I can get new leaves more frequently because there's more than one growth point in here. So this is something that I look for a lot when I'm buying new plants. I really take my time and try to look for either more than one plant or more than one growth point inside of the plant. And I think you get way more value. Although just be careful because growers will tend to put 3 like smaller plants together to in one pot. So it's not like you're going to get 3 big ones. They tend to be smaller when there's more than one in one pot. So just be mindful. It's sort of like a nice balance of looking for more than one in your pot, but also making sure that they're not so juvenile that they're too sensitive and they may not adjust well to your new conditions. But anyways, that's it. And I'm excited for you to see that repotting video to see how that went because it was an eye-opening experience for me. I really hope this microphone is doing a good job at canceling out the sound of my son like slamming on the piano and singing at the top of his lungs. We're really testing this microphone here. Yeah. And I hope you like my new microphone. I hope you like it. So that's the Queen of Hearts. That's the Queen of Hearts. And I'm excited to learn more about this plant and share its growth. I'm excited. Can you tell? I'm really excited. Does it show? Yeah, I'm just giggling. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to stop. The next plant is not a wish list plant, but it's a plant that was on sale. It was a great price. So here's the thing. You might have seen that video where I went plant shopping at a nursery, at the same nursery that I got the Queen of Hearts at, and they had a sale from 10 to 70% off. And this plant, the string of dolphins, not a wish list plant. I already have one, but I almost lost mine so many times because I already know that I'm not very strong with succulents. Funny, I love Hoya, but I'm not the strongest with succulents because I don't know. It takes a little bit of, I know a lot of you love succulents, but I always find them a little bit tricky because getting the watering just right can be a little bit tricky. But anyways, a few months ago, I got a string of dolphins because I saw my mom's and hers was gorgeous. So I decided to get one and I lost about half the plant. I did the same thing where I took 2. So these are actually 2 plants here, not one. And I put into one pot. But I lost maybe half. I probably lost an entire plant due to overwatering because I had it right here. So this is a west facing window, and succulents, these plants at least, need so much light that if you have a couple days of, cloudy and it's no bueno. These plants need constant direct or intense light for them to do well. And so that's what I've learned. But anyways, I got these because they were 2 for 1. So one was $6. So I got 2 for $6. Not much, really not much. And I think it's a great deal. They were very long, They are very long, I should say. So what I'm going to do is repot these and just stick them in to try to fill out my mother plant and just get it looking pretty again. I mean, it looks okay. It's not bad, but it does need a little, I think it would do better if it was nicely filled out. And I think I finally found like the perfect spot for it. And you'll see that in the repotting video. They actually look like dolphins. Aren't they so cute? Although sometimes when, I don't know why it happens, but sometimes the leaves get deformed when, you know, I guess I give it too much light or I overwater it. I'm not sure why it happens. I'm not a succulent expert. But yeah, sometimes the leaves can get a little deformed. But I think with just the right light, just the right amount of watering. The current one is in a self-watering pot and right next to a very bright grow light. So I think that's working for it, and I think that'll work for these too. Pretty excited, and I'm just excited at how long they are. They're so long and so pretty. So not a wish list plant, but I'm excited. For $6, I get an instantly fuller pot of my existing plant. And the last plant that I'm going to talk about is one that's not here with me right now, but one that I want to include in this video so I can remember that I got it in the month of January. And that is a Philodendron Melanochrysum. I know, I should have probably talked about it sooner. Like, yes, that was totally a wish list plant. Like I said, last year I discovered big leafed philodendrons, especially the heart-leafed ones. I was really turned off by them. If you look at my 2024 wish list video, I was like, not for me. Like I was just not having it. And it's so funny, in less than a year, I was all about it. Like my El Choco, I like it a lot, don't love it, but my Varicosum I love. And that really the Varicosum really put the Melanochrysum on the map for me. And I think what I've noticed is that I was starting to glance, like whenever I see a Melanochrysum, I would be like, hey, what's that? It was starting to catch my eye quite a bit. And I just noticed that was happening over and over. And I was like, Stephanie, you might actually like this plant. Like give it a try and see how you like it. So I didn't find it in my local nursery. I mean, it's a little bit more uncommon for where I am. But there is this seller in my area that had it for sale and he has a bottom cut. I'll put up pictures of the plant that I'll be getting, hopefully. And it's a bottom cut. It's already rooted. It's already on a moss pole and he's selling it for like 20 bucks. I'm like, yes, hopefully it has no pests, but yes, I will get that, please and thank you. I think that's a great price because even if my nursery did bring them in stock, I wouldn't get it at that size on a moss pole already set up for that price. So I think that's a great price. I will leave it in that setup and completely isolate it with bright light, good conditions for a while, just to be sure, because I don't want to go at it immediately. I've heard that the Melanochrysum can be a little bit fussy. So I want to focus on acclimating it to my conditions before just going at the roots. And I just want to build my confidence with it a little bit more before I go repotting it. But when I make any changes to it, you'll be the first to know. Yes. Yeah, I'm super excited. And what I like about it, again, the velvety leaves, love that. I love the neon veins in them. It's gorgeous. And I love the leaf shape more than the El Choco red, right? So I do have the El Choco and I do find they're very similar. And I do have a rule about duplicates, but my goal is to grow them both out, have two mature ones, and then pick which one I like, and then rehome the second one. So we'll see. For now, I'm leaning toward the Melanochrysum, but we'll see. I'm starting to love my El Choco. I'm starting to like it. Love is a strong word, but I'm starting to like it a little bit more that I actually took care of it. You'll see it in you've seen it in my philodendron collection video, and you'll also see it in my plant tours video because I need to add moss to it. So I went to pick up the Philodendron Melanochrysum, and he gifted me an Anthurium crystallinum crossed with forgetii. That was so nice of him. He said a little seedling. I mean, I know this is a seedling, but I imagined something a lot smaller. And I'm grateful and surprised that it's so delightfully big. It's a pleasant surprise. pleasant surprise. I have a couple other seedlings that are a lot smaller than this, so I was very surprised and happy to get one that's a little bit further along. And I guess it'll be a little bit of an unboxing. And he wrapped it up so nicely. Oh my goodness. Oh, and he just freshly watered it. It's nice and heavy. The moss bowl could use a little bit of moisture, but oh my goodness, look at this. Yes, Nala. Yes, I'm filming. I'm here. I'm still here. Look at this. I don't even have words. And all the leaves are nicely facing forward. Like all the work is done for me already. Taking a look at the substrate here. It looks like it has maybe just a tiniest bit of soil, if it does have any soil at all. I see a little bit of sphagnum moss in here, lots of perlite. Wow, it's a very healthy looking plant. Just perfect. My goodness. And that's pretty much it. I feel like I've babbled a lot, but that's just me getting excited about finally getting new plants after over a month, and wish list plants at that. But if you enjoyed this video, I'm so glad. You can let me know that you did by giving me a thumbs up down below, and please consider subscribing. It's absolutely free, and it just lets you know when I release a new video so we can hang out and talk about plants together, and you can share all of your great tips with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.